Hey guys, welcome to Six Pack Geek. I'm Corey,
And I'm Zach.
and today I think we're going to talk about some TV news, trailers, movies, and some comics,
We'll probably hit on some video game news, some of the things that we're excited about.
and The Flash, and then sports talk.
Sounds good to me.
Well, would you like to have a beer?
I would. What are we drinking today?
Well, today we're going to be drinking Ballast Point beer. And, as the internet says, Ballast Point Brewing and Spirits Company is an American brewing and distillery founded in 1996 by Jack Wright in San Diego, California. Ballast Point Company started in the back of a homebrew mart, a homebrew supply store White founded in 1992. As of 2014, it was the second largest brewer in San Diego County and the 37th largest brewery in the country based on sales volume. Holy shit. The company's main production facility in the Marama also has the brewing locations in San Diego's Little Italy and Scripps Ranch neighborhoods, as well as its original home brew mart location in San Diego's Linda Vista neighborhood. And crazy thing is, Ballast Point is also the first micro distillery in San Diego since Prohibition. They currently produce 14 spirits, a single malt, a bourbon, and a moonshine. So they do beer and everything else.
These guys are freaking busy, and they make some really good beer, or else we wouldn't have chosen them for...
Well, I've had them once.
Well, but I've had them, and trust me, you'll like them. What are we going to start off with?
Well, today we're starting off with the Pale Ale Kolsch Style Original.
Let's get this stuff poured up. Aha.
Alright.
I really like Ballast Point because almost all of their labels have like a cool fish on them. Alright. According to Ballast Point's website,
There is no description on the bottle.
Yeah, they kind of rip you off. Alright. But not in flavor. This is the beer that launched Ballast Point, so...
The original.
The OG beer.
The OG beer.
Our original pale ale is a rich golden brew crafted with aromatic German hops and rounded out with a blend of American and Munich malts. While it's hopped like a lager, we ferment it like an ale to create a smooth, bright taste that has just a hint of fruit and spice. It's extremely drinkable, like a Kolsch should be, yet complex, like a good craft beer demands. So, awesome.
Awesome. Cheers.
It's going to probably drink a little bit like a Pilsner, but have, in my opinion, a lot more flavor.
Ja, das ist gut.
Das ist gut.
Das ist very good.
Oh, man.
Alright.
That is nice.
That is good. I can't really describe it other than tastes like an ale.
Yeah, it's a little bit of like wheat, malt, but really clean finish. This is something that I would drink personally, like during the summer, ice cold during the summer. Well, actually, really any time, but this reminds me of spring and summer beer to me. I don't know.
Well, it's beer. well, I mean,
does it taste good enough to drink it?
I will drink it, and it tastes good. It's not bad. It's I can't really describe it. It has a bitter, like more of a sour ale.
Okay,
but
there might be a little bit of that like fruit coming through.
Yeah,
on your palate.
Yeah. No, I get a little like the sour citrus, but that's as much as I can describe it. Beer's good. You know what else is good?
News
and Daredevil. Did you see the newest Daredevil trailers? Part 1, Part 2. Part 1 was Punisher primary. Part 2 is Elektra.
Yeah, I did see those.
Insane. Which part did you like better, 1 or 2?
I like the Punisher.
Oh, me too. I love Punisher.
I'm really looking forward to that storyline because things are going to get hardcore.
Punisher looked gritty. Daredevil was gritty in season 1. It was their attempt for Batman. I feel like Marvel, Netflix, Batman-esque grit.
As far as like the general tone.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is gritty noir. Awesome shit it's gonna happen kind of thing. It just looks awesome.
It definitely, and the first season by no means was like pulling punches. It was pretty brutal, but that first trailer, it looks yeah.
This trailer was really good. And then I was watching Batman, alright? Because they're both coming out in March. Batman v Superman and Daredevil. Daredevil comes in 2 weeks. I think it's the 18th.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Batman vs Superman comes out the 25th. Right? Batman vs Superman, I'm a DC boy. Love DC. Gonna see it anyways. And then the trailer came out mainly featuring Batman. Going through the 3rd story. Up to the 4th. Kicking ass like the video games. Like it was like an Arkham Knight, Arkham City.
Speaking of which,
Arkham Asylum.
I can't wait for the video game edition. Like, I hope that they don't play it off like some of the past Batmans have let me down personally. I wish there was a little bit more of like the detective aspect to it.
Yeah, well that's kind of tough. Like I started like the Batman for like the NES, where it's platform. Right?
Yeah,
and that was hard. It was fun.
I was mainly talking about the Arkham.
Oh, the Arkham,
like Arkham and Arkham City.
I bought was it Arkham City?
Mm-hmm.
I played a little bit of Arkham Asylum. Bought Arkham City. Didn't buy Arkham Origins or the newest one, the Arkham Knight.
To me, it kind of plays like a Zelda game. It really does, and that's cool because essentially, what you find a new tool, and then you use the new tool to solve the puzzle. And all of the bosses kind of seem Zelda-esque to me. That's just a personal opinion.
To be honest, it's
not a bad thing.
That's a recipe for success.
But I've seen that recipe before, and I'd like to see something else with Batman.
But it puts Batman through. If you want to see something different about Batman, Telltale's coming out with a Batman thing. Well, yes, I love Telltale. But if you want the detective stuff, Telltale's where you're going to get your super detective-esque kind of thing.
Nice.
Yeah. And then came Game of Thrones. There's no segue, it's just fucking Game of Thrones.
Well, we're talking about trailers. These are trailers.
Yeah, alright. So you have, the Unknown Man. Oh, who is that guy?
Oh, the
Faceless Man.
Faceless
Man.
Yeah.
The Faceless Man, right? It's in his place. All past.
No. The many-faced God. Let's get it right if we're gonna say it. Yeah, the many-faced God.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, jeez. It's been so long since I've seen Game of Thrones, so I need to brush up on it before it comes out. Speaking of,
but the trailer was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, for what you can get out of it. There's a
lot of questions though.
There was Ned Stark, there was Robb Stark, Catelyn Stark, right? Catelyn, Jon Snow. There was Peter Dinklage.
Essentially, they just showed all of the characters that they killed.
Joffrey. Yeah, but I did
see Peter Dinklage's character.
Yeah. So it's gonna be neat because I think the trailer teased before that.
God, I hope they don't kill Tyrion though. God, I love that character.
Tyrion's great, and we just need Khal Drogo to come back.
He's not coming back.
I know. You never know. Maybe
he'll come back as Aquaman.
yeah. That's all we need. Well, speaking of like Aquaman comics, they're supposed to like news.
Hmm.
It's Game of Thrones related and comic book related.
Okay.
Well, I could put up with like
Do I
Daredevil.
smell a crossover?
Yes, no, it is a crossover.
Between Game of Thrones and Aquaman?
No, Game of Thrones and comic books, mainly like Daredevil. Right, Daredevil, we had the Defenders. And
Okay.
in the Defenders, there's Iron Fist. They just released who's playing Iron Fist. For the longest time, they were asking if Iron Fist was going to be Asian American or just Caucasian.
Okay.
And either way, it was a double-edged sword. If it was Caucasian, people were going to be mad. But it'd be true. It'd be like how the comics are. If he was Asian American, people would be happy, but then you'd have your other fans who are like, I want the real Iron Fist from the comics that's Caucasian. So either way, it was going to be good and bad.
Either way, it seems a little bit racy.
Yeah, and it sucks. I like the casting. They casted it, and that's not what we can't dispute it. So I mean, it's fine with me. They casted Finn Jones.
Okay.
You might say, who the heck's Finn Jones?
I would say that.
Finn Jones is in Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Finn Jones, I forget what his character's name is because he's not a huge part. But
Now I don't know who he is. Again.
But you will know who he is. He is Marjorie's brother's lover.
Oh.
The blonde hairish, little bit longer. You know, you first meet him when he's fighting Captain Phasm in the ring. You know, they're sword fighting in the beginning, and then she takes off her helmet and she's a girl. It's Marjorie's brother's gay lover, or just his lover.
Oh.
I forget what his name is, but you know the blonde hair kid.
No, that's actually Marjorie's brother.
No, it's his brother's. Her brother.
Yeah, that's her brother. Is the blonde guy?
Yeah, well, okay, well, he might not be blonde then. It's
the guy with the beard.
Yeah, well, I just know it's her brother's lover. I don't know who Finn Jones is.
That's Renly Baratheon. He was like one of the guys that wanted to be king until he got murdered by like a shadow.
No, that was the beard guy.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, then it is Marjorie's brother.
Yeah, Marjorie was married to that guy.
Oh shoot. Okay.
See,
okay.
We figure things out here on Six Pack Geek.
All I heard was Finn Jones, Marjorie, love. I wasn't sure.
I don't even know his name. Yeah. It's just Marjorie's brother, as far as I'm concerned. It's Game of Thrones. Everyone has sex with everyone else all the time.
Family ties don't matter.
It's really hard to keep track of just all the incest that happens. Anyway, long story short, the new Game of Thrones trailer, you don't really know what's going to happen, but it looks cool.
Well, like Game of Thrones is going to be badass. I mean, guys, I like Game of Thrones, and I haven't been upset yet. Yes, there's situations I've been upset with, but all in all, it's been good.
I just hope that they introduce more cool things than they kill off, and that's all I can really hope for.
Yeah. Well, you know who was killed off in Marvel Comics last year, or maybe a year and a half ago? Wolverine.
Wolverine, yeah.
Yeah. There was a comic written by Colin Budd called The Death of Wolverine, where it was Wolverine isolated on an island, right? And he's like, oh, I don't want to be bothered, and people target him. And then,
as they do,
throughout the comic, to be honest, I don't read Marvel too much. Certain characters, yes. But
I used to read the old Wolverine comics.
Well, the old Wolverine,
and then the one
awesome.
like the I really liked when he went to Japan, like that.
Yeah.
A bunch of those story arcs were really intelligently written and fun.
But then it ended up with Wolverine dying, just like it says, the death of Wolverine. You're gonna get Wolverine dying, all covered in antimanium, but right? Wolverine's done. No longer in the DC. Like, they stopped with all Wolverine, except like Wolverines came out, which is like daughters or something like that. But then what was it? Secret Wars happened, and all the different Marvel worlds like collided and ended up just being one. There was a whole like big battle and all this crazy stuff. But then this comic comes out, Old Man Logan.
Okay.
And it's pretty much Wolverine from another planet. Comes to our planet.
So, like, really old Wolverine.
Well, it's old. Yeah, it's older. It'd be like 50s.
Yeah, but, like...
Late 40s, 50s, maybe 60s.
You gotta think, like... I'm not exactly positive what, like, Wolverine's lifespan is. Like, as far as, like, how old he actually is. But in order for him to age...
Yeah. Well,
does Logan have the same powers as Wolverine is what I have?
No, it's Wolverine, but like this Wolverine's a lot further in the future.
Yeah,
So
like a lot further.
Oh, a lot. Like, I mean, like
really,
white,
really
gray hair. Still
which
has
answers the question: does Wolverine age?
He does,
according
but
to this. Yes,
but it's slow. It's a lot. It's very slow, right? So he comes from the future, has family, right? Comes in the future and wakes up in New York City, right in Times Square. Has no idea what's going on. Thinks like, what's going on? And then he finally figures out, oh, I'm in a different year. And then you get a little bit of the backstory, right? Now Wolverine, which is Old Man Logan, is in the Marvel Universe again. And it's fantastic. It's Logan who was jaded from everything. Didn't want to be Wolverine anymore. Always took the road of walking away. Not the Wolverine we know.
Yeah.
Right? But then he decides, you know what? To protect my future, I need to do something. Because in his future, his son gets killed, his daughter gets killed, his wife gets killed. Because villains rule the world.
In his timeline.
In his timeline.
And that's
because all the villains unite and go against everything, right? And then, villains. Right, he decides to track down the first person.
So, essentially, he's coming from a different timeline where his timeline's already fucked, or else he wouldn't exist.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's decided to make sure that that doesn't happen in this one.
Yes. Because he doesn't know if it's going to lead to his future. Right? And so, I only read the first comic, and I'm going to keep reading because it is fantastic. It's written by Jeff Lemire, who I love just about everything he does. I'll buy anything Jeff Lemire. Jeff Lemire is a great writer. From like Essex County to like The Underwater Welder. And all like Jeff Lemire did some Hawkeye and did some Swamp Thing. Like he went from independent to DC to Marvel, and he is just getting better and better and better. And also his other right now Image things, very good. Descender or something like that, very good. But Old Man Logan, I'm going to keep buying because what happens is at the end he ends up writing down the list on his arm and starts crossing them off. Next person he's going after, the Hulk, because the Hulk game. Shoot.
All right. That's it for it's kind of it for the news. We have some more news to tell you, but it'll have to wait until we get to our next beer. Uh-oh. Is it shedding?
All right, our next beer is Sculpin.
Awesome.
Do you want to pour that?
I do.
All right. The Sculpin beer, a trophy beer. That's a testament to our homebrew roots. Our Sculpin IPA is a great example of what got us into brewing in the first place. After years of experimenting, we knew hopping an ale at 5 separate stages would produce something special. The result ended up being this gold medal winning IPA. Its inspired use of hops creates hints of apricot, peach, mango, and lemon flavors, but still packs a bit of sting, just like the Sculpin fish. I've never had Sculpin.
Sculpin fish, for reference, is somewhere between like a lionfish and a rockfish. It's poisonous.
Poisonous, and
you don't want to eat it because you'll die.
Yeah.
But this beer,
let's give it a smell and a taste. Oh man, you can smell the fruit and citrus. I mean, unlike the first one, this radiates.
Yeah, it's got a whole lot of nose on it.
It might be the OG ale talking, but
What do you smell?
I like apricots. You can smell like
You definitely
the scent
smell
of apricot.
some of that, but
no. You get you really get the fruit,
but like
citrus smell.
what citrus fruit do you think of like immediately?
No, well you get that like more of a distinct sour grapefruit taste.
I smell grapefruit too.
Yeah, I mean, wait, it might not be. It might be just like a tarty grapefruit. First gulping is a good sculpin.
First gulping of the
First gulping of the sculpin. Right? And holy crap. I'm gonna go for seconds right away.
Oh yeah. This is one of those ones where, you got a distinct IPA hoppiness to it, but the smell of it is it's kind of way different from what it tastes, right?
Award winning indeed, because it is good. No wonder it's the flagship of the state of the.
When you talk Ballast Point,
yeah, it is the
people say Sculpin.
Yeah, and you know what? It is very. It is tasty. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a.
Taste with the
I'm an all man's beer. I like every beer. Most of the time, I like every beer, and this is delicious.
Speaking of liking every beer, I want to put an addendum to something I said in our last episode, because a couple of our friends.
I heard you hate Belgians.
I do not hate all Belgian beer.
I like all beer, so it doesn't matter.
I love pretty much all beer. I don't like wheat beers and wits, though. Hey, that's just my thing. I'm not really a big fan. I've been trying every single one.
You know what? People like different beers, just like people like different fruits and foods.
But like, you're just not going to see me try a Blue Moon on here and really enjoy it. It's not to say that Blue Moon doesn't make good beer. They make fine beer.
No,
it's just not my type of beer. Now, if it's a Belgian triple or double or something, I just need to get that off my chest.
All right. That's good. That's good. That's good. You know what I need to get off my chest?
We had a blowout, man.
Oh, shit. Okay. What I need to get off my chest is how awesome No Man's Sky looks.
Holy shit.
I just watched a video like 2 days ago. Like, you told me about No Man's Sky like a year or so ago.
Yeah, man.
And you're like, hey, check this out. I'm like, is it going to be for all gens? I don't know. This might have been like right around when the PS4 launched.
Yeah, no, it was.
Or it's right.
It was
close to when I got it.
It was E3 like
2014.
Yeah, not 2015. It was 2014, and even before that, it's been in development. But we finally, dude, as of like a couple days ago, we have a release date. Yeah. We will be able to play this summer.
No, June. Yeah. To be more precise, June 21st.
June 21st.
I'm going to trade in Madden because I don't play it. Because I'm going to play one sports game and that's FIFA. Just FIFA. But I'm going to trade Madden in. I might trade another game in. I don't know what it is. Hopefully they give me some cash back because I still do the discs. I don't download directly, but I want this game. It looks so cool. It says it's an infinite universe of exploring resources, and I read, like, I was doing research about it because it looked awesome. And I was like, I said earlier to my wife, I was like, hey, you don't have to worry about video games. There doesn't look like anything I want to play is coming out.
He was lying.
And then I came across No Man's Sky again. And I was like, I forgot about this game. I forgot that it was coming out this year because they were so indecisive about, like, when they said they're going to come out. But they are officially coming out June 21st.
Now we have a release date. Let's cross our fingers and hope that doesn't get pushed back. Yeah. But
if it does, it's a good thing.
The beauty of the thing is, if it does get pushed back, at least we have a date, which means they are planning on releasing it, and that's all I want. Just to give you like a rundown of the premise of this thing is, and you know it because you've already read about it.
Go ahead, hit it hard.
So essentially, you are an explorer. There's not a whole lot to it besides that, except you have not just like a planet to explore, not even just a solar system. You have not just a galaxy to explore, but you have an entire universe, procedurally generated universe. And by procedurally generated, what I mean is a computer just thought this guy up. The programmers basically said, hey, we want you to make a universe for us, and then we want to go around and fucking explore it. And it did. So there's a possibility that while you're in gameplay, you can go to a planet that no one in this world has ever seen before and discover it. And from what I understand, you can name it. Now, obviously,
that might be true. What I heard is you can play online and you can play offline. I heard there's an offline, but all I want to do is play online, explore with my friends, do all this stuff. And then I heard there are hostile creatures. There are, like, you're gonna find creatures.
When you go to a planet, there's actually
there's gonna be species like humans and stuff, but they could be hostile. They could be not. You can trade like resources with.
You can find dinosaurs.
You can find
alien dinosaurs.
You can find dinosaurs. You can find hostile animals, hostile species. You can trade with them. You can conquer and kill and destroy, or you can just promote peace and just research everything.
Entirely open-ended.
And I was reading it, right, and it says every consequence from every decision plays out. Me, personally, I'm going to trade. I'm going to explore. I'm not going to kill. Unless I have to.
I'm going to go full on fucking Star Trek on this shit. But without...
Diplomacy first, right?
Oh, exploration first. Like, full on exploration.
Being too loud. Right. Yeah. No, but No Man's Sky looks awesome.
The one thing that you do have to look out for, and I don't know if you read about these, but there are guardians. Corey got so...
I got so excited.
Well, he got kind of scared, though, when I said the guardians, because I wanted to tell you about these guys. I've watched... I'm so excited about No Man's Sky.
Have you played any other games by this company?
No. In fact, I don't really know.
I don't know
any other ones
other than it's awesome
from them.
It looks.
But these Guardians, if you go to a brand new planet, you got to be really careful, because if you start like messing around with the regular ecology and stuff, there are these. So, from what I understand, like an ancient race of beings left these crazy robots like all over the galaxy to protect planets from explorers or people
like
from
us.
Yeah.
Oh,
so if you show up on a planet, be prepared for a kick-ass robot to try to kill you.
All right, that sounds awesome. You know what else was awesome? I got to play the beta for like a week or two before The Division came out. Tom Clancy's The Division.
This looks really cool.
Post-apocalyptic New York City. You start right by the Madison Square Garden where like your home base is. Or at least this is where the beta starts. Because the beta, I know, skips like the whole beginning.
Okay.
Just for storyline purposes, so it doesn't give too much away. Other than it's just you, other people, like... The missions play out well. Like, it's an all online thing. You play with your friends. I play with a couple friends at different times.
Do you know who develops this? Is it a Ubisoft game?
It's
I forget who does Tom
Clancy stuff. And you know what? They call it the Destiny Killer, and I agree with it. I want to play that game with my friends. Just like I want to play Destiny with my friends. If I was playing with my friends with Destiny, I'd probably still be playing. But you know what? I gave up Destiny a little bit ago. And
so did everyone else.
And I'm finally...
No offense, Destiny, but...
I'm the last one of my friends to give it up, and they're so happy.
I never started.
No, it's okay. It's okay. And you know what? This is a game... If I would buy it if my friends bought it, just because...
The Division, you're
saying? Yes. But the thing is, you can play with anybody that's online that needs teammates. And from the way they keep missions to, like, separate gear collecting and loot and stuff... It's a very neat game. Yeah, there were glitches, but it was the beta. What do you expect?
Give me a basic premise.
Okay, the way I put it is like a mixed from Gears of War meets Metal Gear.
Okay.
You use a lot of cover. It's a lot of gunplay. There's like a little bit of sneaking around, but not like Metal Gear style. So it's open world sandbox meets like Gears of War.
Okay.
But that's why I call it like a Metal Gear meets Gears of War.
So
kind of thing.
when you say there's a little bit of hiding, like there's a stealth element, but
slightly, if you can catch the opponent without them seeing you.
okay.
But then you can also play online. You can play online through the missions and just through the world and explore, and it's fantastic. It looks fantastic and beautiful. And then you can go in this place called the Dark Zone, where you collect gear.
That sounds ominous.
But the only way to get the gear out is by getting it extracted because it's all contaminated. If you get it extracted, it shows up in your stash at your home base.
Okay.
And
after a like cleaning process.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. But the way to get it extracted is you shoot a flare up, and then it's like a certain amount of time crosses by. A helicopter comes, drops it off. You put your gear on, and it sends off. But during that time, the helicopter is called. You can be killed by other players online.
Oh, jeez.
Or AI. If other players kill you, they can take your gear and send up that helicopter and collect it. So, like, it's fantastic. Also, it has that, like, Fallout 4 base building, too.
Okay.
But it's
so
like,
there's a construction set along with it.
Yeah, but
you play The Sims, you know.
Yeah, kind of, but
that's a theme for a lot of new games. It's customization.
More, it's more like if you beat a mission for this certain thing, you get a certain player that can, like, AI that can help build up your base.
Okay, so you can like recruit guys into your base.
Yeah.
What about like player customization? Can you
the beta was really bad with it, but they said that it's going to be much better. You're just getting a basis of what it was.
I'm not just talking about like the facial stuff, but like
okay. Well, to give you
the whole readout, like
the example
guns,
is
ammo, armor.
There's modding with weapons.
Okay,
but a bunch of different guns and the way you can play it. And then, like, the big thing was, like, your clothes. If you pick up different hats, you can wear different hats.
Okay.
Just like jackets, shoes, everything. But then the gear you wear, you can change, too. So
does it change?
So you could look like somebody at a very small percentage. But you could just be whoever you are. It's going to be a very percentage degrees of looking like people, but the customization I think is very big. Bigger than like Destiny and all that other online playing.
What I'm wondering is like if you find, if you're recovering things from this, what'd you say is the Dark Zone?
Yeah.
Dark Zone. Like,
remember, this is just beta playnos.
Yeah.
So I don't know how the actual game's going to play.
I'm just wondering. Like, it comes out gear and make it look different.
Yes. Like I saw guns. Like they had this thing with like guns that you can during the different like mods that like you can't in the beta you can't craft anything. But you can mod it with like different like scopes, handles, barrels, and all that stuff. And I saw a thing for like colors and everything. Let's bring the volume down. But I saw like colors that you can change the skins of the guns.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was really good.
I actually, it's weird. You told me about this. You mentioned it a week or so ago, and I really didn't know what you were talking about. But then I went and watched a couple like gameplay things and a couple like trailers and stuff, and yeah, I mean,
okay,
it looks like the new, just.
The new online game
to play,
yes,
massive multiplayer that you're gonna want.
Actually, right now it's a old massive online multiplayer game that everybody needs to play is Helldivers.
Oh.
It was free last month. I found out like 2-3 days right before, and downloaded it off of PS4 for one of their free games of the month of February. but it was Helldivers.
Helldivers was like a 2013 or 14 release, and I think it was even released on the PS3. But Helldivers is it was created by some Swedish guys, right?
Yes, it was 8 Swedish guys. They also created a game called Magica.
Okay.
And the big thing from Magica to Helldivers is thing of friendly fire. Because during Helldivers, it's like a top-down Contra game where you're doing missions or just exterminating. It's all these different scenarios of all these different types of missions. And sometimes there's lots of them with different level skills, right? You can play with 4 people at a time. You can use your stratagems, which are things you can use to call reinforcements down from player deaths to, bring back players, to turrets, to like Gundam armor suits, to tank cars, extra ammo, to like big rocket launchers and machine guns, right? Friendly fire. And accidental. That's the biggest thing. That is, yes, it is probably the best thing about the game, and the worst thing.
But it's a different element.
Yeah, no, because you can shoot somebody and they'll fall down, but you can always help them back up. If it's stratagem, you throw it down, and the reinforcement falls down and goes, it will splat them, and they're done. They're done until you call down.
One of the nice things that I really, really like about Helldivers, and I've only read about this game, but it includes couch co-op multiplayer.
It does, and a lot of games don't do that anymore.
No, they don't.
Actually,
and speaking of it,
I think Halo, the newest Halo, doesn't even do co-op multiplayer.
I kind of want to know. I want to talk about the biggest letdown in non-couch co-op multiplayer is, in my opinion, Battlefront.
Oh,
and so many people have been really kind of pressuring DICE to see,
hey, you never know.
Are we going to get like a single player story mode? Are we going to get, couch co-op multiplayer or couch one-on-one multiplayer? And I really hope that they listen to fans on this. I really think that they let us
You never
down.
know. There might be an update where we might get multiplayer. That does happen. And
is that so much to ask, DICE? Is that so much to ask?
Yeah.
Either way, I know that I have Helldivers to go back on. The Swedes have our back.
To be honest, Helldivers is a must play for everyone. It is fun, especially if you're playing with 4 of your friends all at the same time.
Do you know if you can play with like 3 friends in the same room, or is it 2 like?
I don't know. I know you can play with 4 players
on like over the internet.
Yeah. Over the internet, you can play with four of your friends at the same time. Yeah, I mean, you can even play with just 2 of your friends and go as high level missions as you want.
Cool.
It's fantastic. But you know what the best co-op thing is? The Flash. Because the Flash, if you watch it on TV, depending on your couch space or chair space or whatever seating arrangement
you have like an in-home movie projector and a theater in your house. But you can watch it with as many people as you want.
Okay, we're going to be quick like the Flash and do a quick Flash talk. It's going to happen regularly because I love the Flash. I might be the Flash, but I'm slow. So I might be faster than Barry Allen when he was... Oh, no, sorry, Bart Allen when he was the Flash and he lost the Speed 4. I don't know. But he probably was still faster than me. I might be the slowest Flash ever. It's like the Flash's nightmare. But let's talk about the Flash.
I will talk about the Flash.
We'll talk about the TV show first. Because I'm not reading the comics. Stopped reading the comics after Barry Allen came back, after his death. I'm a Wally West man.
He is Wally West.
I love Wally West. Wally West was my Flash. Then Bart Allen became it. Didn't really like him, but grew to love him because he became the Flash that I read from the start to the stop of the Flash.
I've heard you say that Wally West is your Flash, and I've also heard you say that Bart Allen is your Flash.
No,
let's clear this up right now. Which Flash is your Flash?
Okay. Wally West is what I started with the Flash, so I'm always gonna love him. Bart Allen is what Wally West became lost in the Speed Force.
Mm-hmm.
Then Bart Allen was there. Bart Allen lost his speed, got his speed back from the Speed Force, lost it again, and died by all the rogues. They freaking killed him. The rogues killed him.
Fucking rogue.
But the thing is, Bart Allen was the first start and stop Flash I could read. And he was actually around a young age, which I was too, when I read him. Which, gives me a little degree of. I'll give it to you, Bart Allen. Also, Bart Allen was never touched after that. Wally West came back. Then I hated Wally West because his family and the Wild West and all that fucking bullshit of Flash. No, I'm just kidding. But the Flash really sucked after that. And then New 52, blah, blah, blah. Barry Allen came back. Started reading Flash. Let's talk about what Flash I really like is Barry Allen
the one on
playing Wally West as the Flash. I mean, Wally West
wait. Who's playing Barry Allen? What's his name?
Grant Gustin.
Grant Gustin playing Barry Allen playing Wally West.
That's exactly what it is. It's all Wally West's characteristics with the name of Barry Allen because it's the most recognizable. Played by Grant Gustin. Grant Gustin, fantastic job. Flash, fantastic. Okay, we're in season 2. We're midway right now.
Yeah, we're around midway.
We're right at.
I think we're at the mid-season break. Actually.
No. We're right past.
Well, yeah. That means Tuesday I get a new Flash, right?
Yes. Well, no. I think it's like the 22nd. So the week that Batman comes out, I think we get the next Flash. So we have a couple.
I get so much DC fun.
I know. I mean, they should just put them on DC's Heroes of Tomorrow because that's fantastic. It just needs the Flash.
I just started DVRing it because...
Dude, it is a gangbang of superhero fun.
I don't have access to the first couple of episodes
it's only on the 5th.
I know, maybe. But I don't have it on demand, so... Right. I'll see what happens. They start rolling things back around.
Let's start from the mid-season break. What happened on the Flash in the last couple episodes? Okay, we had King Shark last week.
Yeah, King Shark was last week.
The week we had
King Shark. I think the King Shark episode was.
Let's go a little bit further back. So okay,
right. Tar Pit was there.
Tar Pit. We had. Okay. Let's start with right before you. He went to Earth 2. Right?
There's a lot of Easter eggs. There's a lot of
Earth 2 was fantastic.
Speculation, what the writers are going to do with it. There's a lot of stuff.
He went to Earth 2, did some stuff, messed up Barry Allen,
completely
and all the West.
A completely other universe. Yeah. He just went there and ruined it.
He fucked shit up, and it was all accidental. And then he came back. He dealt with all the...
Don't mess with other dimensions. Yeah,
exactly.
That's
the number one rule.
Yeah, don't fuck with other people's shit.
No wonder he's not on DC's Heroes of Tomorrow because Rip Hunter's like, that Flash travels dimensions and time and fuck shit up.
Yeah, man.
More than I do. Alright? Okay, so now he came back. He finally broke down. He's like, I'll never tell people about Earth 2. Alright, I'm going to tell people about Earth 2.
Later that episode.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
And then King Shark. King Shark was really cool. I liked it. King Shark, the CGI was pretty cool. You were tearing people apart. It was Jaws on land.
Yeah, a great white shark that can walk, Yeah, that's cool.
And then it ends with the Flash defeating King Shark. But then the stinger, which the Flash does every episode, which is fantastic, is Jay Garrett is Zoom. Which makes us think of what theories of Jay Garrett.
But is he, though? But is he? And this is the thing.
Well, actually, let me ask you, what's your theory? And I'll tell you what I heard is the number one theory on the internet.
So, one of the things that they go into is that, they can't find Jay Garrick in like the Earth One. They can't
No.
find his doppelganger.
No, they did. His doppelganger was a guy, Hunter Zolman.
Ah, Hunter Zolman.
Can I tell? Hunter Zolman is actually the worst reverse.
He's
Flash.
the worst Reverse Flash. So what I'm thinking is, what if Hunter Zolman
of Earth 2 is actually him, but that mask. See, what I heard, and which I do believe is that mask that the guy is wearing is actually Jay Garrick.
The one that looks like Optimus Prime or something?
Yeah, the big metal mask, right? Is Jay Garrick that we know. Because if it was
the original Flash.
Yeah, which is the Jay Garrick that is running around, that it was...
And that explains,
like Caitlin,
that explains the tapping.
Yeah, because the mask is taking what his face looks like and is giving it to Zoom. Zoom is Hunter Zolman.
That's pretty cool.
Is Hunter Zolman, but he has the face on it, because if he didn't have his face, right, the Harrison Wells of Earth 2 would be like, you're not Jay Garrick, right? He would have to say that because he knows personally who Jay Garrick is. Because they always feuded, but it wasn't like, I hate you.
It was like, I think I know what's better for Earth, and I think I know what's better for Earth.
Yeah, so Jay Garrick, I think, is. But predictions,
You think the guy in the mask is Jay Garrick, and I agree with that.
I think it's like hologramming his face, kind of like what Harrison Wells did.
So
the old Zoom did to Harrison Wells. Kind of like taking
same
his body.
sort of technology.
Yeah, but this one didn't kill him. It's just reanimating it.
It's like that, but Mission Impossible 2, where they kill faces
or
off
Mission
all the time.
Impossible 3 or 4 or 5. It's not even Mission Impossible. But you know what? What do we know about predictions? Besides, our next beer is the Piper Down. So the Flash is freaking awesome.
Yep.
But you know what else I heard was awesome? Piper Ale. Or Piper Down. Do you know anything about Piper Down?
I know that it's a Scotch ale.
And I know it's our last beer. Let me open some Piper Ale. Or Piper Down. Piper Down Ale.
And let me tell you something about it. According to Ballast Point's website, Piper Down is a Scottish ale with a San Diego spirit. Our Piper Down Scottish Ale hits all the right notes for a Ballast Point bagpipe core that inspired it. We created this very low-hopped malty ale.
That's a nice color. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A very low-hopped malty ale. Sure, man. For the band to enjoy using UK Maris Otter malt. That sounds fancy. Roasted barley, UK hops, and low fermentation temperatures. Then we let the brew's sweet complexity build over a 3-hour boil. Full of roasted caramel flavor, it's a pub classic with Ballast Point personality.
And you know what? These descriptions for all Ballast Point is a lot. I need a little bit more precise, and this is Ballast Point. Here's a little flavor profile. Try to think about it when you taste it, because then you're going to taste it. That is just too many adjectives for what I want in a beer. I just be a little bit more precise, Ballast Point.
Hey man, I mean they tell you what to eat it with, and they give you the IBUs and stuff.
Stop being Faulkner, be Hemingway. Come on, please.
I think they're just they're just brewing beer.
Well, let's try it. Let's try it.
Let's give it the good old college try. Yes, it smells like candy. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it tastes.
It tastes like a darker ale.
It tastes like dark. You get some of that caramel and a little tiny bit of chocolate.
This would almost be like a dessert ale.
Yeah.
Or
It's
a
not
cigar ale.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if I had a nice cigar, like if I was Big Boss, I'd be like, this would be my, yeah, exactly.
Oh man, all my depth perception is gone.
How is he so good?
Yeah.
you know who wasn't good? Us with predictions, just like I said.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Super Bowl, I know it was 2 months ago, right?
You
No, 2
it's
months
last-
ish.
it was last month. Yeah, month
We're
ago.
we're wrong. Good job, Broncos. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Oh wait. As I said, I don't care either way. So
Corey didn't care.
Yeah.
I didn't really care too much either.
you know what else I don't care about, but I'm interested a little bit. The NCAA lacrosse.
Oh, that's
How
good because it just started, and
When?
it started the end of February, so just about a week ago.
I did play high school lacrosse.
Corey did play high school lacrosse. I played more high school lacrosse.
I could have been good if my guardians would have signed papers for me.
That's true. Because you
saw-
only showed up in
for like a week.
February, March
Yeah, it
until
was a couple
coach
weeks.
basically said like you can't play
Yeah,
anymore.
exactly. But who was the head of? I was in the head of running. I was learning my skill. I could have been good,
That would have been fun to play with you.
but I can't play, and I think that makes me not care for lacrosse as much.
I tell you what, we should watch. I always DVR the games. You should watch a couple games with me. At least the NCAA tournament, which shows up.
Is it in March? Like basketball?
It shows up in May. So I'll talk about it a little bit more then. I love this sport, and I can't help but put a tag in. To try to get you guys to watch it. It's on the ESPNU. They've got so many games every weekend.
Come on, time's running out. Come on, go.
Check them out, man.
Go. Soccer. More specific, the EPL.
Interesting and fun things happening in the EPL.
The teams we actually like. Liverpool.
I enjoy Liverpool.
All right. Actually, let's go with EPL standings. Wait. Before the EPL standings, why don't we go? The FA Cup final just happened with Liverpool, Manchester City. Liverpool, Manchester City actually played twice in the last 4 days from the start of the final. But Liverpool only won one game.
Sadly, it wasn't the FA Cup.
Sadly, it wasn't the FA Cup final. But then Liverpool lost to them in penalty shootouts. They went 1-1 in regular time. Extra times, nobody scored. They lost the penalty shootouts, which sucks.
And that's a hell of a showing, too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's nice. That's good.
It's Liverpool trying to be a big dog.
Liverpool is in where in the EPL standings right now?
Well, let's get to it. After we talk about the second meeting of Manchester City and Liverpool. Liverpool
Corey's
wins
got a gloat.
3-0. And they shredded Manchester City. Did Manchester City look dangerous? Yes, they always look dangerous, but without any cutting edge this time. Because the all cutting edge went to Liverpool.
I'll cheers. Liverpool beating Manchester City.
YNWA. You never walk alone.
When you sing it.
It's me holding up my banner. I don't actually I have a scarf. I was calling the banner. Right.
Scarf's just a banner you wrap around your neck.
So, big games that happened this past week. Arsenal-Tottenham, 2-2. 10-man Arsenal tie. They equalized in the 70-something minute.
It was late in the game.
Yeah, but the best thing about that game is Leicester.
Yeah.
Leicester City said thank you. Now we're
to everyone.
Yeah, thank you Arsenal. Thank you Tottenham.
That was the best. That was the best thing that could happen to Leicester City.
We're now
they're 5 points up.
5 points up, top of the table. Which Leicester City is my FIFA team.
Okay.
Because
Is that one of those ones that where in FIFA they were not given shit for chances and you brought them up from nothing?
Yeah, for the last like 4 seasons of
Is
FIFA.
that what's happened
Yeah.
in the real world at this point?
No. In my FIFA game, I have Gareth Bale on my team. It costs like over 70, 80 million pounds.
Which is chump change for Corey because he's the greatest FIFA manager
Oh, God. Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. Actually, Arsenal's like, hey, can you manage my team, please?
You managed both of them at the same time.
That's what I wish I could do. I mean, the only team I really want to manage is Liverpool. It's just I can't sell anybody from Liverpool.
You just feel bad.
Yeah, it's like I love those players. So yeah, it just makes it a lot harder. I mean, it's easier to buy on Liverpool, but it's hard to sell. There's only a few players I'm like, get the fuck out.
Well, we know Leicester City is number one right now.
It's what Leicester, Tottenham,
Arsenal for now.
Or it might be Arsenal, Tottenham, and then Man
I think
City.
Liverpool's up on them by
Liverpool's plays tomorrow, so
we'll see what happens.
Liverpool plays on the Sunday, so we'll see. They play Crystal Palace, which they lost last game, so this is the second game.
Well, who's 1 through 5? It's Leicester, or Arsenal. I think it's Leicester, Arsenal, and then
Arsenal, Man City, Man U.
Man City, and then Man U.
Yeah. Chelsea's coming up, but they had such a shitty season, so they had that 1-1 draw.
Fuck Chelsea.
Yeah. Hey, is there anything you want to shout out like in the last like 2 weeks that you really loved besides how fucking good Deadpool was?
Deadpool was fun. I went and saw it alone, which is,
well, that like I said, it was my Valentine's movie. My wife loved it. I loved it. I loved all the penis jokes. I would say penis, the JJ jokes.
There was a lot of dick jokes.
And you know what?
A lot of
boobs, like real raw nudity. We got to see some dickage in this and that. And you know what?
Don't get so excited about the dickage.
I can't help it. Seeing dickage is rare and it's fantastic. It evens the pot out. That's all. Like, fantastic. Does Game of Thrones show dicks? Yes. And that's what makes it so good. It shows everything. It doesn't stop for one gender. It's boom.
Gender equality means you get dicks on that screen.
Hey, it makes me say, this is what last take.
Because more dicks means more boobs.
Yes.
I mean, generally speaking. I mean, if you get more dicks on the screen, then more boobs happen.
No, that's very true. You also saw, like, everything. You saw everything. Okay, which brings me up to my point. It gets an R rating, which is well-deserved, right? Does that mean other comic book movies are going to get R ratings because of Deadpool's success? What do you feel?
I think that they shouldn't. I think that Deadpool had a Deadpool feel. Like, it did what the comic book...
No, it stayed true to the roots, which made it seem like what Deadpool really is.
And that's not to say that there are not...
like Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass was an R-rated movie.
Yeah.
And it was well-deserved because that's how it was, just like Blade. The original R-rated comic book movie.
Yeah.
It should be R because of the blood, the guts, the head chopping. Right. That was what Blade was. Kick-Ass, same thing. Deadpool, yes. Because that's what it's supposed to be. There talks of Batman v Superman being R-rated. But that's just Blu-ray for the Blu-ray.
But that depends upon what they include, and that's all up to, you know...
Yeah, it's just like, do I want Suicide Squad to be R? Do I want Aquaman to be R or Wonder Woman?
It depends upon, what you want the accessibility to be, and the character, the real, the character of the film.
Does the character deserve it? That's the big question.
Is Deadpool an R-rated character? Yes. Definitely.
Does
Is
he?
Suicide Squad as an entity an R-rated character?
It could be
depending upon the writing.
Yes. And you know
Depending
what?
upon
You know what?
who's writing.
I think they're going PG-13.
And I think that they're
think it's a
totally
good thing.
fine with that.
Also, Batman v Superman is a PG-13, but they will be releasing the R-rated on the Blu-ray.
And that's an interesting angle.
No,
and I kind of like it.
And what Zack Snyder said was that it was
just like right there in the bubble.
It was the MPAA rating or whatever said like, hey, it's R because of this, and they changed it so it was PG-13. It doesn't affect the story because it was at that like slight R PG-13. It's like that one too many fuck. Not that.
I wonder if there's I wonder, and I'll see about like looking this up. But is there like an equation of like you can only have so many fucks?
No, there is. It's like
and it's like
shit and fuck. Like fuck,
shit, fuck,
one or two times.
Do they follow the Carlin scale?
No.
Shit, piss, cunt, fuck, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits. And if you want to do the what is?
Did you just say that? And tits.
Yeah. And
tits.
Because you can now say tits.
Yeah. No, well, like PG-13, you can say tits, shit, damn, hell.
You can say that. You can say a bunch of shit on cable television.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, oh shit. But it's tough to say with all that. And you know what? I'm happy everything's PG-13. It should be, unless it deserves PR because of the character.
Well, from what I've seen, yes, there's going to be violence in Batman vs Superman, but there's not going to be gore.
No, well, the big thing is like
because there is they draw the line a lot of times at what is considered like blood and gore. You can have blood in PG-13, but you can't have gore.
Yeah. Well, like the next thing is like the Wolverine, the last one they're gonna do. It could be R.
When does that due out?
I don't know. They didn't start shooting it yet.
Okay.
But it could be R. I mean, because the last was the Wolverine, not the Wolverine, not Wolverine Origins.
Yeah, the Wolverine Origins, and then
the Wolverine when they were in Japan. There is an R-rated version of the movie on the Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm.
I asked for it for the Christmas like 2 years ago. I was like, hey, can you get me this, please?
Did you get it yet?
I got it. But then my DVD player, for some reason, was like, you need to update to play this. I was like, you kidding me?
You know you have a PS4.
Now I have a PS4. I still haven't watched it. but I mean, I watched it on HBO. And I still haven't watched the R-rated version. The only reason why I wanted it, all it did was add more blood.
And, sometimes you need that extra blood.
To be honest, Wolverine can be R-rated. And it's well-deserved because the character is a fine line between R and PG-13.
And that's another one of those where it depends upon who is writing
It's just
Wolverine.
like the Punisher. Between R. Oh, we were talking about...
If it's written well, I think the Punisher gets an R rating.
Yeah. I mean, it just depends on how many people he kills. He kills people. He could Batman it and just knock someone out. It's possible.
He could. Or he could bash someone's head in with, the top of a piano, over and over and over again until it turns it into a bloody pulp.
Yeah.
It's personal preference, I think.
But you know what? Would you, if you could pick any Netflix original, who would it be? Mine would be The Punisher. Because I think
if you wanted Netflix to make an original series,
mine would be
from a Marvel character.
Yeah, see, I can't pick Iron Fist because I know it's going to be happening, and I think it's awesome.
Mine would be The Punisher. An I wish.
Yeah, it's we're based on what character? I'm going to pick The Punisher, and if that actually happens,
and it might actually happen.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Moon Knight then, of my wish, because Moon Knight's a stretch. Moon Knight's a psychopath. Fuck, I'm too drunk to tell you about Moon Knight. He was not bitten by a moon. That's the best joke ever. Moon Knight is a superhero who has multi-personality disorder.
So there's like multiple personalities.
Yeah. And he talks Egyptian pharaohs and gods and stuff. Yeah, no, it's like it's
Like he talks to them or he becomes them.
No, he talks to them. And Warren Ellis.
So it's more of like schizophrenia.
That's what I was thinking of, but okay. I can say. And
we won't get into
Warren Ellis actually writes my favorite run on Moon Knight. He's also writing James Bond right now.
Okay.
And James Bond is what I wanted to talk to you also about. I picked up 1 through 4, haven't read anything, but I'm going to. Well, you know what?
It's getting late.
It's the closing time. You can keep drinking, but you can't stay here.
Let's play the
Journey. Yeah. Let's play Journey. Whatever. Fuck it.
I was thinking along the lines of.
You know what? If you would rate the beers from like first, second, and third, what would your beers
out of
be?
tonight?
Because
Sculpin is going to be my number 1, but I love those IPAs. And then the Kolsch beer, the Pale Ale.
The OG.
The OG is my number dose. This guy's my number 3, but I don't want to diss it. I think all 3 of these are really good beers. We represented West Coast style brewing. And a lot of times you hear West Coast brewing and they're like, oh, let's just fucking hop the shit out of everything. These guys don't do that. And they just beer the shit out of everything. And they do it well. They do it really well.
No. Okay.
Really good.
They do. No wonder you're going to become corporate co-owned, money-sharing people soon. That's going to...
Oh, they're going public?
Yeah.
Cool.
But I would say Sculpin, yes, my number 1.
Nice. Because that's an IPA for number 1 for Corey. That's pretty good.
To be honest, had the best flavor. And the best smell.
And definitely had a full... Yeah.
My number 2 is Piper Down.
Knew that was coming.
Dark ales. I like darker beer. Pale ale will be my last place, just because the OG is not good enough anymore. I mean, it's good, but it's not good enough to make 1 or 2. I mean, it's good, but it's what you know what I'm saying. On the scale, like once you start doing IPAs and start doing
somebody has to be third, Corey.
Yeah,
it's okay. Sculpin actually,
you know what we should say? Cheers. Thank you, Bulbous Point. Yeah, it was good.
Ballast Point. You got gold, silver, and bronze tonight.
Cheers.
You ran the gamut of the medals.
It was all good.
We enjoyed ourselves. And we hope that you guys did too. I'm Zach.
I'm Corey, and this is Six Pack Geek.
Six Pack Geek, signing off.
Hey guys, welcome to Six Pack Geek. I'm Corey.
And I'm Zach.
Oh shit.